This is Scott the Fix-It Guy. Today we have an LG washer-dryer combination. It has a messed up door gasket or door boot. It's kind of moldy and has pieces missing. So we are going to be changing it. We have the brand new one and we're going to go through the procedure on how to change it. So we want to make sure it's unplugged. We're going to pry off this ring on the front with a standard head screwdriver. This is a spring-loaded ring clamp that holds on the front of the gasket. And then we're going to remove the upper panel, and to do that we're going to pull the pull the washing machine out away from the cabinet or away from the wall, so we can expose these two Phillips head screws on the back, upper left hand and upper right hand corner in the back. There's just Phillips head screws, so you spin those out. Once they're out, you're going to take the upper panel and push it away from you toward the back by about 1.5 inches, and then you can lift it off. And that's going to help expose some screws on the top of the console control panel, and we're going to remove some of those screws so that we can easily remove the control panel, because we have to remove that to get to some screws. We're putting a little Windex underneath the feet of the machine just so it makes it easier to move it back and forth. So I'm going to remove this little Phillips head screw here in the upper right hand corner of the console, and then there's one in the middle we'll remove, and then we're going to pull the detergent drawer out, and there's two longer Phillips head screws that are stainless steel. You got to remember which screw goes where. These are a little bit longer. There's one on the right, one on the left, and they're a different kind of metal. They're subjected to the corrosive agent of the detergent, so they're made of stainless steel. I'll zip those out. We got the two screws that we're holding it on in the back, one in the middle, one on the right hand corner. Now we got to get the middle one out. There we go. And then we can pull the control panel or console out of the way. There we go. Now we'll remove these two screws holding on the top of the panel, the front panel, upper right, upper left hand corner. Just two of them at the corners. And there's also two at the bottom of this front panel, but those are going to be protected or hidden by a plastic panel. And to get the plastic panel off, you have to pull out the drain section and remove two screws from right near where the drain is, or we call it the coin trap. These are two white screws, Phillips head. Once those are out, you should be able to push down on this panel and pull it towards you, and it'll start to come loose. And lift it up towards you, get that out of the way. That then exposes two screws at the bottom of the front panel. Once you get those off, you can remove the front panel. The reason we have to remove the front panel is so that we can get to the spring clamp on the back of the door boot or door gasket. We can't really get to it from the front. It's possible, but it's just there's very little room to work on this smaller model, so it's probably wisest to get this front panel off. So we're pulling out those two screws, and then we're going to use a standard head screwdriver to pry a little bit at the bottom on the right hand side and on the left hand side. And we're going to lift up that front panel. Just going to pry a little bit at the bottom here. There we go. We can get that out of the way. And I'm going to keep the door lock wires connected. You can remove them certainly, but I'm just going to put this thing off to the side. Don't have to really remove the wire. Just want to get it out of the way so I have access to the door boot. So now I'm taking off this inlet water tube and also this rubber cap. I'm taking the spring clamps off with my pliers. I'll pull that tube off, and then I want to take this plastic tube assembly and I want to pull it out of the old door boot. It'll come out. Just got to finagle with it a little bit. The top of the door boot, there is a ducting that goes up into the heater mechanism. There's a standard head screwdriver. Oh, by the way, there was some junk caught in here. I'm just pulling it out while I got it. There's a duct there, and there's a Phillips head screw you have to remove. This is the part number for the new door gasket. Once you get that Phillips head screw off, then you have access to pulling the door boot off. I'm putting some Windex here on the inside seam of this door boot, the part that's going to connect to the plastic tub. You could also use like liquid detergent would work. It's just a lubricant that makes it easier for this rubber to go in on the plastic tube. So it really makes it a lot easier. I'm putting some of the lubricant also on the inside of this ducting where it hooks up to the heater. You rub it in with my fingers. So Windex is slippery, also liquid detergent's great. Okay, now I'm pushing in the top of the boot at the 12 o'clock position. I'm pushing it into the plastic tub rim, and I'm going to push it in, and then I'm going to move to the right by about an inch, move to the left by about an inch, and just push it hard until I feel it click into place. And once I feel it click in, I'll move a little bit to the left, and I'll keep doing that. I'll move a couple inches to the right, a couple inches to the left, and I want to really feel that it's engaged with that plastic tub before I try to put on the clamp. Pushing that in. The way we get the clamp off the one on the back that's on the tub is we have to use a special tool that is made just for LG washing machines or washer and dryers. And it's kind of expensive. It comes in at about $40 to $50. But without that tool, it's pretty hard to get the spring clamp back on. It's not that hard to get it off, but it's hard to get it back on. So I'm using my thumbs to really push in on this gasket so it goes way into this crevice. The thing on the right here is a big weight. And there's very little room there, but I want to push in hard so that that gasket really locks in. And I'll do the same thing on this other side. I'm going to push in, and you'll feel it. It's almost like it locks into place. The lubricant, again, really makes a difference, makes it a lot easier. I'm doing this all the way around, all the way down to the 6 o'clock position. And then once that's done, we can put the metal ring around where the rubber gasket has a rim to accommodate it. And we can use the special LG tool to help us connect the spring. Here at the bottom there's a little wire that I took out, pushing it in, and then we'll put on that rim. So this is just the first part of this procedure. I hope that's been helpful to you. Thanks so much for watching, and please subscribe.